I move for no man, no man, no man, no man, no man.
We'll call it a draw.
No man.
Just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound.
Culitos.
You see those
Dude,
assets?
Where'd you get
Yeah.
that? Where do you get
So-
that wine?
It's just a random liquor store in New York, but it has so for anybody who's listening who can't see it visually, it's got two chicks with huge asses and like a dude. They're just all naked in the front of the bottle. So I just number
Is it
one, I
good?
like the art on the wine, but I also like the flavor of it. It's really good. Very sweet.
Look at now I know why Chris was late. He was getting all dapper.
Getting dapper? I was out, motherfuckers. I was rushing home. Oh, yeah. Look at this classy gentleman with
Yeah.
So-
Look at that.
Look at that.
I was just showing him the bottle.
Yeah, I like the booties on that.
Culitos.
Chicks, nice thick ass.
Culitos. What
Chilean wine.
what variety of wine is that Culitos?
It is a Chilean wine that is a mix of 80% Cabernet Sauvignon and 20% Merlot.
Oh, that's very classy. I am drinking beer because it's
Yeah.
Oktoberfest. It is Oktoberfest as of 2 days ago.
What use does the lid have?
Bugs.
Oh, okay. So Chris has this huge ceramic mug that holds about a gallon of beer, and it's got a lid on top,
And his family crest.
and it's got his family crest.
Prost.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Love you guys.
You, bud.
So anything interesting happened this weekend? You guys see the UFC?
I didn't get to see it, dude.
I didn't either. Yeah.
It was pretty good, actually.
It was a great event. I'm upset that I didn't get a chance to see it. I had like a dual birthday party, me and my sister, like for my family, because
You
my
guys
sister's
twins?
birthday is September 27th.
Oh, you guys are close.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, I haven't said happy birthday in person. I know I texted
Oh,
you.
that's cool,
Happy
man.
Happy
Thanks.
birthday, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I texted you too, Gary, but now seeing your
I'm
face,
sure I didn't respond.
happy birthday, Gareth. You did
Wouldn't
not.
wanna-
You
Wouldn't want to break the tradition.
Another wondrous year of life. God bless.
Chris, does he ever respond to you? No.
To Garrett,
Gary?
to me?
Gary, yeah.
Yeah, like literally
Or-
every single time. It's just
Instant-
you.
You fucking dig, so it's just me, huh?
Him and I talk about not responding to you. It's pretty fun.
Gary,
I'm like, yo, do you ever respond to Frank? And he's like, no. I'm like, yeah, me neither. Fuck that guy.
Gary, I'm really offended right now. I can't fucking believe it.
Like, nah.
I like that this is news to you. Like you just found this out now. That's kind of sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry, buddy.
I thought he knew that. Like, he wouldn't be surprised by the fact that.
The thing is, did you eliminate the blue check marks?
Sorry?
Did you eliminate the blue check marks where people can't see if you read the text?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I don't even know if this guy received my happy birthday or anything.
But on the group texts, you can't remove it. On the group text, you're able to see if somebody read your shit. But when it's a personal text, you're able to remove the read receipts. So my thought process is that whoever invented the idea of read receipts was just like a fucking angry ex-girlfriend who just the same person who, when finally Instagram took it down, I'm guessing some female was in charge of something and then they put a male in charge when this happened. Remember when Instagram used to allow you to see what people were liking and stuff? You used to see people's their activity.
Oh, I
Dude,
hated
that
that.
got me into so much
what a
trouble.
fucking asshole move that was.
Yup.
Dude.
And comments too.
Yes, everything. You could just go on somebody's page and basically see everything that they're doing on Instagram. What a fucking creepy stalker ex-girlfriend move.
That was the creep fucking page. That was just for creeping.
For sure. People would tell me that they saw stuff that I was doing, and I'm like, why are you looking at that? You fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
No, dude, I know chicks that only went on Instagram to see what other people were liking. And that's it. That's all they used it for.
Oh, fucking course, man. So anyway, they never got rid of read receipts, though. That's part of the reason I don't have an iPhone, by the way. Because on iPhone, you guys, it automatically tells you whether or not somebody saw your text message, right?
Well, you can choose it.
Bastards.
You can turn that off also?
Yeah,
Well,
which I always choose it because I want people to know that I read it and I didn't respond. Yes, I read your shit, and I'll get to it when I get to it. Text to me or emails. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah, same thing, dude. I mean, especially like people really have to realize like the kind of position. You know, I don't want to include Frankie in this conversation because obviously, you know, he's not within our threshold. Like, I don't know, Frankie might have like 10,000 followers, so he doesn't really know what it's like. But,
To be a superstar.
dude, once you reach that like 100K threshold, dude, like I'm getting fucking text messages from everybody and their mother, fucking WhatsApps from I got 6 different fucking things I gotta check. I gotta check Twitter. I gotta check fucking Instagram. I gotta check Facebook. I gotta check my text. I gotta check my WhatsApp. Like, I gotta check emails.
Gary, you're gonna figure out just like I figured out. You don't gotta check shit. You don't gotta check shit. I don't have to check anything.
My mom's like, it takes 2 seconds to respond. I'm like, yeah, it takes 2 seconds to respond to everybody. And if I had that kind of fucking time, I would, Mom, but I don't.
Gary is really condescending to his mom. He's like, yeah, Mom, it takes 2 seconds for someone normal like you, but I'm a superstar, okay? Mom, I'm a superstar, okay?
My mom has been emailing me since 2012, so like that's the only way we respond. We go by email because she knows it's gonna take me a while to get back to her, and she doesn't text. So like, but texting, I treat text like emails. I see them, I read them, and then I'll get to them later.
Sure.
So, would you guys be considered local celebrities?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think we're probably pretty much international celebrities.
I think.
Honestly,
okay, let's be honest.
That's really
about.
And I think celebrities just downplaying it a little bit. I think superstar, like you said before, was probably more accurate.
It's probably closer. It's probably closer.
I'm being serious.
Frank, how many foreheads have you signed?
How many babies' forehead or just normal forehead?
Oh, I'm talking about grown adult people. How many foreheads have you signed?
Okay, I mean, none, obviously. How many have you signed, Chris?
Question's over. Multiple.
Really?
Chris,
if I signed more than one,
it's ridiculous, dude.
Chris,
what grown-ass man wants?
What's the weirdest body part anybody's asked you to sign?
I've signed. I mean, I always thought it was really weird when people had me sign their iPhones. I'm like, these things are so expensive. Like, it's not gonna wash. It's like a titty. Like a titty's an iPhone, really?
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I like that Chris thinks it's stranger for someone to ask to sign their iPhone than a titty, though. I like that. Yeah, the problem is that the titty. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like, I'm just gonna whip out my tit for this stranger and sign it. Like, that's cool. But the iPhone, come on, man, that costs money.
Those chicks are fishing.
You can wash your cheekbone, but like,
yeah, those chicks are fishing for the D, dog. They know exactly what they're doing. They're showing Chris the goods to see if Chris, pursues it. He gives him an autograph and then hands him like his number.
And he does.
Chris, have you ever had?
He's a dude.
And he does.
And he does.
You ever have like a chick like pose with you for photos and like grab your ass?
Yes.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, dude, they're fucking people. Oh, look, this fucking nice, sweet girl. Like, dude, they're fucking chicks are dirty out there, man.
Dirty.
They talk about us being like sexual harassment and shit like that. Nobody ever fucking talks about that shit, dude. I've had fucking chicks' fingers in my ass. They're in pictures all day.
Up your ass?
Yes, dude.
Okay,
100%.
Well, okay, wait a minute.
The third party, and they want to act like no one's filming them, and they want to say some crazy shit or act like crazy, and then like you're on camera.
Gary, in all fairness, you kind of warrant that type of attention because of the type of stuff that you post on Instagram.
I don't agree.
Like you come off
so are
as
you
like
saying because I dress a certain way, I'm asking for it, Frankie. Is that
no,
what you're trying to say?
You put a lot of dirty ass posts. It's like,
he's saying if you dress like a whore, I'm gonna treat you like a whore.
Okay. Listen. Gary's every other like story is booty, eating booty, and like raunchy shit. So yes, he should get a couple of fingers in his bunghole every time.
My Instagram profile, my friend. I'm just trying to draw my personality to the forefront of my Instagram profile. I want to be real with the people, I don't want to try to be fake.
I don't blame Gary's actions. I blame his haircut.
It's a combination
of the mullet being partially responsible for it. I can see that.
Now, Gary, do you like it or not?
What?
When chicks stick their fingers in your booty.
Officially or unofficially? No, I'm kidding. Dude, I don't.
Wait.
Cool?
Where are we talking about? Are we talking about in public or are we talking about?
No, in public. Like, are you cool with that shit or does it bother you?
Oh yeah. So basically what you're asking, to be fair, because we want to clarify this, because I think Chris is also trying to clarify this. We're not asking the question, do I like a finger in my ass? Because that's a separate question. We'll address that next. What you're asking is it okay for women to sexually harass me in public? And the answer to that question is yes.
Anybody out there who's listening? Yes.
Agreed.
I'm guessing my girlfriend, now that I have one, is probably gonna not approve of that, but yeah.
She probably doesn't listen to this podcast.
If you're just listening and not watching, I have my thumbs up.
What about your junk? Do you guys ever get your junk grabbed?
The only people that have groped my junk, because chicks have not groped my junk.
Well, we already talked about this. You always go to the gay pride to get your junk grabbed.
Well, there too. But any Asian country that I've been in with trans prostitutes, a lot of people talk about how you can tell the difference between a trans prostitute and a regular prostitute, right? Like whether or not it's a female or a male. And one of the easiest telltale signs for me has nothing to do with their physical appearance, but everything to do with how sexually aggressive they are. Like I'm not saying that like the regular prostitutes in foreign nations are not sexually aggressive, but the trans ones are way more sexually aggressive. Because think about it, like you have all that fucking testosterone running through your veins, but you're like a chick. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, dude, they'll like come up to you, fucking grab your balls, like they don't fucking give a shit, dude. So that happens all the time, but not for pictures. I never had any chick grab my balls during pictures. What?
Okay, you guys have been to Asia. What's all this bullshit with the lady boys? It's like, oh yeah, the lady boys. Everybody's talking about lady boys as if it was like something that you have to do when you go over there. Come on, you guys have friends talking about lady boys, like, oh, lady boys. Yeah, you got to have like a threesome with lady boys.
I love when Frank throws out like a layup, asking a question for other people that are about
asking for a friend.
So I have this friend.
I'm trying to. Okay.
My buddy goes.
I'm trying to see if this is okay.
Like lady boys, like you got to do it. Like, what do you guys feel about that? Like,
so, I have seen this. Now, people can search this. I'm not sure what the name of the guy is. It's an Irish guy, and he posted he probably didn't post it. He posted it on his Snapchat. And what I think happened was, I think one of his friends recorded the Snapchat. Okay, so he records this Snapchat, and he's with a trans person, like, you know, and you're
so politically correct, Gary.
I know, and he's pre-op, okay, or she is pre-op, however you want to describe it. And
so are we talking about a cis male, or what are we talking here? So cis male transitioning.
It's a natural born male attempting to look like a female. Okay. Or be a female, however it is. I don't know how to describe it. I don't have the language.
Yeah. I think that's like the most common.
I'm sorry, I just got you canceled. I'm sorry, I got you canceled.
I don't know how to articulate that in a way that's politically correct. But anyway,
well, guys, we don't mean it to be offensive. Honestly,
I think
we don't know this.
A guy who wants to be a girl or is a girl, however you want to describe it.
That's a lady boy.
Identifies.
That's a lady boy.
So what we are describing as a lady boy, as I put in air quotes. So it is one of those. So they still have the penis, obviously.
Yeah.
So
okay. So
he's doing all of these videos throughout the night. Like, so he paid whatever price that he needed to pay for the prostitute. And he's like, oh, this is, so he kept like making jokes. Like, again, he's thinking in his head, he's drunk as fuck, obviously. He's thinking in his head, he's like, oh man, I'm going to put this on my Snapchat. You know, only my close friends are going to see this. Nobody's ever going to know. You know, at least, you know, it's just my close friends who care about me. And no matter what I do, it's no big deal. So anyway, somebody records it and puts it in a full video where it gets passed around, right? So in this video,
dude, he probably had like 50 followers, and he was a poor guy that went viral.
Yeah, imagine he's like some
asshole.
Imagine I don't even know it, and he's probably some YouTube sensation.
It got picked up by like a local news channel.
So he's like he's cracking jokes the whole time while he's having sex with this prostitute.
Oh.
And yeah, and he's banging her / him, and he's like, oh look, like, you know, he keeps calling him by male names. So like Billy and like Joe, and like I'm just making up names here, but he'll be like, oh look, like Billy's fucking like, look, Billy's got a cock, like pull your fucking cock out, Billy, and like, cause like she's like covering it, you know, she's like putting her hands over it, and like she's laughing and shit, and he keeps trying to pull her hands away so that the cock is in the video, but she's not having it. And then I
like how you're using the proper pronoun.
I'm trying. I'm
I know
definitely
you're doing a bang up job. I'm impressed. I'm super impressed.
I think I'm failing miserably. So
we're getting canceled. But yeah. You're doing a good job.
What sounds good to all of us is like atrocious to the rest of the world.
Agreed.
The fact that I'm even telling this story and laughing is probably some fucking hate crime. I have no idea. So the best part of the whole video is he goes, listen, he's like, if you go to Thailand, because he's in Thailand, he's like, if you go to Thailand and you don't have sex with a transvestite, he's like, that's like going to, I think he said it's like going to Turkey and not trying a kebab. And he equates the two.
What?
He's like, if you don't go to Thailand and sleep with a tranny, that's like if you went to Turkey and didn't try the kebab. And like but he's doing this while he's filming himself banging a prostitute. Like,
wait, this was Frank or wasn't Frank? This was Frank saying this? Wasn't Frank. I got lost in the story real quick. I just heard
it's an Irish guy, not a Dominican guy.
Snapchat.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't know what you would look up. Probably Irish guy bangs tranny Snapchat, and I'm guessing that Google result will probably lead you to where you want to go.
I'm sure to a lot of other things as well.
Take an adventure, friends.
Algorithms are fun.
I was watching Cobra Kai. I'm wearing my Johnny.
Yeah, look at that.
How good is that show?
I love it. It's hilarious.
It's
fucking amazing.
Best, it's the best show out by far.
It's so funny because it came out so long ago, and now people are getting.
Well, the thing is that Netflix just picked it up.
Well, it's funny because I think I told you, Frank.
No, Netflix had it for a while, man. Netflix has had it for a while. I think what happened is the second season came out.
Oh no, so they had. So I bought it on YouTube Red a year plus ago. Right. Because literally, I literally bought YouTube Red because of that show. I heard about it. I saw a commercial for it. I was like, my brother and I were like,
pilot.
Oh, this is amazing. And then we bought YouTube Red and we watched the first season. We're like, this is tremendous. I need like 17 more seasons, please. So what you got anything coming up, Gary?
So they told me, now this is tentative, but they told me the earliest I'll fight is November. So like they made it sound like I'm fighting on a November card.
Yeah.
It's hard to say for sure. I don't have any paperwork. I got no opponent. You know, I don't even have like I can't even tell you guys like, well, I can't tell you the opponent. No, like I don't even have an opponent yet, you know?
Yeah. I told my manager I don't even want to talk until October. And then it's just this pandemic is crazy. Everything just drags on.
Is it exactly that you're gonna wait? Is it because it's impossible to get it? Oh, money. Okay, I got you.
Because I'm not taking a pay cut because these promoters lost money.
So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to fuck with you.
They're doing that to everybody, and the fighters have to fight.
Even Canelo's getting shafted. So
100%. So you're not seeing the big money guys fighting right now. You're like all these fights that are on the ESPN shows, you know, even the PBC, like the Showtime, whatever card, like those guys, they're not making, you know, a ton of money at all. Like they're guys who are also like everyone's hungry. Everyone's hungry and thirsty and like. They're taking fights for less money. I'm not doing that because once you set that tone, that's where you stay.
It's hard.
Well, the thing is, Chris, when you have,
it's easy to lower your price. It's hard to raise it.
Yes, correct.
Plus, when you have like high-profile fighters that you have to like pay good amount of money to, they need the gate.
Yes. Well, I mean, no. Yes and no. So the money comes from TV, and the gate is so the promoters can make money. So don't let these fucking promoters try to fool you. They're trying to make up the money they lost during the pandemic on the backs of us, the fighters. That's the only fucking thing. They're getting paid just fine, but they want to recoup, and they're not going to recoup by working harder. They're going to recoup by paying Gary less. They're going to recoup by paying me less. They're going to recoup by paying whoever less. Like that's what they do. And once you take that lower money, because we always will, because if Gary doesn't, I will. If I don't, fucking Joe Schmo will. And they'll just go down the line, and that's why it's gonna saturate the market with shitty fights.
Yeah,
and that's gonna ruin the market too. So,
that's one of the hardest things about fighting, I think, is we're in a sport where, like, let's be realistic. If you go on any YouTube fight video, it probably has more views. Not any, but like some of the more high-profile YouTube fight videos. It probably has more views or pretty close to the views of like some high profile like boxing matches and things like that. Maybe I'm off on that. I could be wrong, but I think that like people are very attracted to the like literally two unskilled people fighting each other, right? So fighting essentially is the main commodity, and if you have a name attached to the fighter, like of course it sells better, right? Especially to a crowd, especially to people viewing, whatever the case may be. But I think that like, dude, people are excited to just watch two people fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's what's hard about that is like that's how people get dicked over in all these contracts is like, especially for MMA, it's like, hey, oh, you're an up and coming. Now the guys at the top, that's one thing. Like they got their shit together.
You have negotiating power. But
the guys like mid tier, early tier, even if they're better than other guys, you don't really have any power because they could just replace you with someone else and it's meaningless to the organization. They can just say, hey, okay, you won't do this deal. You won't do this fight. Well, we're just going to put so-and-so in your place and nobody's going to know the difference. You know what I mean? Like that's the sad part about it. You know what I mean? Now, I don't think that's the case for you because you're a high profile fighter. I think it's not the case for a lot of other high profile fighters, but those guys that you're talking about that are fighting right now are in a position where if they don't fight, they're just going to get somebody else, you know, because it's not like you can't find two people who are going to get into a fist fight. You could find two bums and give them boxing gloves. Like we already saw that. They used to have bum fights. You pay anybody.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fights on TMZ right now.
Will fight, you know?
Hey, the pandemic has been really good for a lot of guys, but it's all been middle and lower tier fighters.
Sure.
It does not help the Canelos, you know, and it really hurts guys like me who are on not the Canelo level, but like still need to get paid. Like I have a premium for what I fight for. Like I'm not going lower than that. I spent my entire life not being that guy, so I'm not going to take a backward step at this stage of my career. So I'd rather just wait until it makes sense. Yeah,
for sure. I agree with you on that because
I'm not fighting killers for short money, just because of the time, you know, and that's what these promoters want because they need to put on good shows, but they don't want to pay. And there's need versus want there. You need to put on good shows because that's what the fans need to see, but you don't want to pay people. Guess what? You got to pay the price. Promoters, not fighters. Promoters.
Sure.
People pay to watch us fight. They don't pay to watch you sign contracts. So,
Chris,
I love what Canelo's doing. I said that
you
last
need to go back to your roots, Chris. You've gotten soft.
Which are
You've gotten soft.
My roots of just fighting for fun.
You need to get scrappy again.
Headbutting people in public.
I love that argument. Where people are like, listen, it's not, you know, with athletes, it's not even about the game anymore. It's just about the money. Yeah, no shit, brotherfucker. Like,
Floyd Mayweather said it best. He goes, if you don't fight for money, you're a fucking idiot. You know? I remember being a young guy and be like, really? I love to fight. And then I was like, oh, wait, I made some money. I'm like, oh, I get it. Now I get it. Oh, okay. You can make a lot of money doing this. Okay. I get it.
Yeah, dude. It's rough out there, man. It's just like you said, if you work your way up to a point, like you don't want to fucking backtrack. That's for sure.
We're fighters and we're tough. Doesn't make us tough. Being tough doesn't make you dumb, and that's the reality of the issue.
I mean, you've been living the life of glitz and glamour, Chris. You don't want to go back to.
Hey man, I don't sell coffee, bro. I don't sell coffee.
You used to have heart, Rock.
I don't have a product.
You used to have heart, Rock.
Now I got a bank account. I used to have heart. Now I have a bank account.
Gary.
And mugs with family crests.
Yes, that's right. What's up, buddy?
What about you and Satri? I told you to tell him what I told you.
I forget. What did you tell me the last time?
Nah, I mean, I don't remember these things. I spill out.
I don't remember.
Spew out nuggets of gold. You have to catch them, and you have to use them.
Yeah.
So now it's like gone.
Okay.
You waste. I don't know. Maybe I'll have another flash of brilliance and.
I'm sure I told him if you asked me. I'm sure if I said I was going to tell him, I told him. But
is that fucker going to get you a fight or what? Tell him to throw a card here in the States.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that. But they did. Bro. I mean, it seems on the up and up. Like, you know, I'm much more confident that I'm going to get a fight within the next 6 months than I was, you know, a couple months ago. So, you know, I'm pumped. I'm on board. I think that they're going to do something soon. I can't really fault them too much because I think restrictions were super heavy in Asia. And
Garry, this is for one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I'm sure people saw, my butt luge video when I took my friend out to Kirill's party. And, I'm sure the Asian government saw that video and they were like, yeah, maybe let's hold off on this guy for a little bit because they have to approve each person individually. They were like, yeah, it doesn't really seem like he's a mask wearing type, because the butt luge was definitely without a mask. So
I thought you cut your hair that way so it would be better for your mask to go around your ear. That's not why.
That's exactly it.
How many people took a shot out of that butt luge before you came and did yours?
You were talking to me as if I remember anything that transpired in that party other than what was video footage.
Fair answer.
Gary,
as Gary's legal counsel, I would suggest he does not answer that question.
Chris,
yes.
Gary was in the corner like this, counting people like a little.
And then he was like,
when he got 10, he's like, okay, I'm jumping in.
he did this. He did this. Two.
My turn.
Two people. I feel like me and Garry are the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas on their way there. I'm his legal counsel, and Garry is Johnny Depp. I will make sure everything that goes his way gets handled properly. But at the same time, I also suggest that he gets a very fast car and a lot of drugs.
And a lot of drugs. Lots. Dude, Chris, you know what series you're gonna love? Yellowstone. Have you heard about it? With Kevin Costner?
I've been hearing about this. First of all, I love Kevin Costner. I know nothing about it, but my friends are all watching it, and they all tell me to watch it. Just like you, when you told me to watch The Boys, I don't watch shit, so I need to.
I did watch The Boys, though. That was amazing.
The Boys, it's good, right?
It is.
Did you start the new season?
Yes. Just don't tell Jeff.
Did you see the last Friday's episode?
Not sure. I don't think so.
Dude,
wait, what's Jeff's last name? I think I saw him on my Instagram recently.
Jeff
Chu.
Jeff Chu,
right? Okay, yeah. No, I gotta follow him back. He commented on one of my posts.
Yeah, he does a bunch of photography and videography and stuff. So if you ever need anybody, he's
around. I saw the name and I was like, that sounds familiar.
He's also Gary's punching bag.
I am.
Whenever Garry needs to blow off steam, he goes beats up on Jeff. Yells at him.
What do you pay him for that part of what you do? Because I could use one of those too.
Sorry.
What do you pay him for that part? The punching bag.
For somebody to be my punching bag.
Like someone to verbally abuse.
Verbally and physically abused.
Yeah.
You have to ask my girl.
Garry has him like all fucking.
You beat me to it because I was gonna say that's my girl's job, but yeah, okay, all right, I guess.
Bro, Garry got Jeff when he was young, and started just instilling in his brain that he was nothing without Garry, and now he can't leave.
Yes.
Good. Let's get him on the podcast. We can
Garry's
have him.
Like, here.
I
made you, Jeff.
I think Jeff, my mom, probably my girlfriend. I'm trying to think of. Remember, I said we should get some people on the podcast who just like really know us, so they can tell real stories about us that we're never going to share on the podcast. That we're going to be reluctant. You know what I mean?
Garry, I brought that to some people that they were very on board. So much so that I was scared. They were like, "Oh, definitely. We'll just tell everybody how it really is." And I'm like,
And then 5 minutes later, they're like, "So, are you gonna give me your friend's number or what?"
Yeah. How would you get this?
I'll give him a call. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
We're working it out. Well, hold on.
That's funny.
Yeah. Garry, when you brought that up, I was like, I definitely mentioned it to a few people, and they're like, "I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, 100%. I'll let them know." Fuck.
Dude, so listen to this. Like, I was watching Yellowstone, and there's this chick that's like.
Wait, can you give me a premise of the show? Like, what? I literally have no context with
Yeah, it's like Kevin Costner is a rancher, and he has like all this land in Montana. Like he's very rich in land. He looks like he has money, and he's got like some hotshot sons and daughters. They're like have really good big positions in companies. So he's feuding with Indians, Native Americans. You can't say Indians, can you?
No.
Is that like?
I don't think so. You're Dominican though, so you can't be racist. You're fine. Okay. Did you hear about that? You know,
loophole.
Thing where,
I think I found a loophole.
Where it's not possible to be racist. I forget who said it, But it's not possible to be racist if your particular race is not in power.
Woo.
So listen to this. Like I've used that card before, but then people are like, dude, you're fucking white.
Oh, that's the problem.
And I'm like, I'm
white,
Dominican.
Because you look white, you actually don't get to be Dominican. Did you know that?
Hey, Frank.
Just because
you're white.
Frank, tanning salon membership immediately. Immediately.
How do you get darker? So is that like a loophole within the loophole?
You just got to get a little deeper.
Goes
just
both ways.
Stay dark. Yeah.
I need to get a deeper tan, more olive.
My dad's super tan. You'd be like, that guy is not from here. Like you would.
I have this guy that I follow on Twitter. I think his name is the real Young Crip or the Young Crip or something, and he's a crippled guy. I'm not sure what's wrong with him. He can speak fine, but it seems like he doesn't have use of anything like shoulders down, I would say.
And Crip, not like the Crip like the gang, Crip like crippled.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's making a play on words. He calls himself a Young Crip. So he made some joke like that also. Like he said, just so you guys know, I wanted to let you guys know because it's important because somebody just let me know that I'm not actually Mexican, even though my Mexican dad, impregnated my mother and then left our family. I'm not considered to be Mexican because I look too white. So I didn't have to deal with the, minority stereotypes of a typical Mexican. So I'm not actually Mexican. Not allowed to announce myself as Mexican, He was making a whole big, joke about it. He's pretty funny. He's one of my favorite Twitter personalities.
You still fuck with Twitter? I just don't. I annexed Twitter a while ago.
I like Twitter for one reason, and that's that I can get the little shitty short thoughts that pop into my head because I have ADHD. I have these little impulsive, retarded thoughts. Yeah. And I just use Twitter to just throw those out there. So it's very quick, short, medium. And then the other reason I use it is just, it's like one more social media thing to kind of, pump. So
I used to do exactly what you said. Like I would be like, when I have something I don't want to make a major post, which I feel like Instagram, every post is major. So I'll just throw some shit out. But also I like it for following live fights. Like if I can't watch a fight. Oh yeah. I'm gonna follow around.
Oh yeah, like the highlights. Yeah.
Otherwise, I am never on that fucking thing because it's just a cesspool of shitty people.
Guys, so listen to this. Talking about the Dominican card. When I was in Miami-Dade jail after that fight. Listen to this. Listen to this.
The cruise ship fight.
Yeah, the cruise ship fight. The most infamous fight ever.
My favorite stories.
So the baddest dude in jail
by the way,
was
guys,
Dominican.
Check episode fucking 4 through 9 for the cruise ship.
Go
fight.
Searching.
Yeah.
Go searching.
Watch them
dude, so I don't know if I've told you this before, but the baddest dude in jail was Dominican. And this guy, I heard him talking Spanish, and obviously I can tell that he's Dominican. And I'm like, yo,
you can always tell.
Are you Dominican? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm Dominicano. And he's like, nah, dude, we're not the same Dominican. Stay away, motherfucker.
Which is 100% accurate because I was going to tell Gary this. I'm like, hey man, I don't know if you know any Dominican, you're not from New York, you're a Jersey guy. There's no Dominicans aren't really in Jersey. They're very particular to New York, especially.
No. So because I train in New York, there's a ton of them that I train.
Okay. So you get it. Yeah.
Dominicans and Puerto Ricans are pretty. There's a pretty high population in New York.
They don't look like Frank.
Dude, tons by the tons, and they reproduce like rabbits.
Like that guy.
Yeah, I would definitely say that most Dominicans do not look like Frank. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, that's my loophole, so I can't really play that card. Guys, I feel left out of every race. I don't know what to do.
He goes he starts speaking Spanish, and everybody's like, nope.
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 Nope. So listen, the Yellowstone series. So there's this one girl that's like a CEO of a company, and she's like cutthroat. She's ruthless, right? So she's at a bar having martinis, and she's waiting for some executives. And this dude from the city, he was there on a hunting trip, and he goes to Mac on her, right? And he starts being all slick and shit. And he's like, yo, can I buy you a drink? And she's like, yeah, sure, why not? And she chugs it. And then when she sees all the guys come, she goes, this isn't going anywhere. All you city boys give weak dick. And the guy's like, What the fuck just happened?
Weak
So she
dick.
just weak dick. All you
Thanks.
city boys keep weak dick.
Thanks for the drink. Bye.
Thanks for the drink. This would have never worked out.
I got a buddy. I got a buddy.
I would have just bet her. I would have been like, listen, $200 says you're wrong.
And then Gary would be like, $200 for you.
$200.
I'll take my 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Here you go.
Worth it. Bing, bing. I'm out. You're the cheapest hooker in New York City ever. Bye.
Bro. Meanwhile, the chick is like wearing a Rolex and has like an Hermes bag.
and
like,
I would
fuck
applaud
you,
Gary every out the door. Like, God bless you, sir.
God bless you, sir.
So I got a buddy. His name is Stefan, and he's of mixed race. He speaks Spanish pretty well. Definitely not as good as Frankie, but he looks way more Dominican than you do.
Well, all he needs is a little bit of a tan, and that's it. He's got it on me.
The difference is you go to meatpacking, he goes to Dykeman. So when I hang out with him, Dykeman up in oh yeah, so we're going up there. They're all Dominicans. You go down to meatpacking to meet all the rich white girls.
Bro, when I leave this place, the last thing I want to see is Dominicans.
Good.
That's why I'm fucking leaving.
Good point.
You know, it's not like you go to LA to see fucking people from the East Coast. I mean, you're around them all the time. You want to go on vacation, right? Get some diversity in your life, Chris.
Diverse enough. I'm good. I've been around.
The good thing is that you have fun everywhere because there's
That's true.
There's grenades everywhere. So.
Woo! And I jump on.
Gotta make your own fun.
Jump on. Whatever.
Don't worry, Chris. I'll jump on every grenade for you.
Yeah, Gary's a grenade shield.
Bro, we gotta do a contest between both of you guys to see like who gets the dirtiest, nastiest chick in the bar.
Well, I gotta be careful now because I can only go so far with that while having a girlfriend now. But
don't worry, I'll edit this out, Gary. I'll edit this out.
I'll edit this out.
Chris.
Unfortunately, my haircut is gonna hurt me in this situation.
Yeah, he's gonna have a tough time.
I would have been a lot better a month ago. When I was in mid-COVID hair.
Chris is very Superman-esque right now.
What are you saying, Chris? Would you say that you lost 1 point with your hair looking like that?
No, I think I've gone up 12 points, which hurts. Yes. That what we're talking about. So.
You're saying that your haircut is so smooth that it's going to be hard for. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick up. It's harder to pick up the sloppy chick when you're dressed.
When you're knee deep in dime pieces, huh?
Yeah. You can't be an AC with this haircut.
Well, let me tell you about this haircut for just a second because this haircut,
dude, you're ready.
You could go to any trailer park in these United States,
dude,
and you could pick up any lass you want.
Gary, you need to adopt
Eyewitness News, where news comes first.
being built is like we didn't have the technology to do it, and I've seen people try to debunk that. I can see those arguments, and I can see that there's maybe some room for negotiation. I think I'm generally under the belief that didn't happen. I'm generally under the belief that there were no intelligent life other than ours has existed on this planet.
So that comment from the octopus, was it because of a friend of yours that saw the My Octopus, the Teacher documentary on Netflix?
I'm guessing he was talking about octopus like they were the fucking devil.
I went down that rabbit hole too because I heard about that idea that like octopi came, or no, it's actually octopuses, which is I looked because I went into a deep dive on this. It's pussies. I went into the deep dive.
Chris, check out that documentary.
I need to because I went into a deep dive about this because I heard the same thing. Oh, well, octopus is from another planet. There's no way from here. I went into like a deep dive on that, and it's not true. It is from this planet. More obviously because it's supposed to be. But there's no real credence to the fact that it could possibly be from somewhere else. But they are fucking awesome and creepy and weird.
Dude, I never knew how smart they were after this documentary.
It's crazy. They're like one of the top 5 smartest things in the world.
Let me ask this because I don't know much about octopus. I haven't done much studying. Do they have actual?
What was your notion?
They have.
What was your idea?
They have a brain in each arm. Really? Yeah, they have 8 brains.
That's crazy.
They have like 2,000 suckers that are constantly like picking up senses. So what was your take on octopuses before hearing people talk about it, Gary?
I didn't even think about it. I just thought.
Well, I kind of thought they were like just some dumb animals that tasted good.
Oh, I thought they were clams until
some olive oil and some sea salt.
They might as well have been fucking.
I knew that they were definitely more versatile in terms of the things that they could do than most sea life, but I didn't realize that they were like on a much higher level intelligence than most sea life. I didn't realize they were like on the same level as like dolphin intelligent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they learn like it's crazy. They can learn in like mazes and things like that, and like they can use keys to go through doors and stuff. And
the guy was telling me that it was in the documentary, Frankie, that the guy at one point the octopus had. So they had found that a bunch of the food for the octopus missing, or the treats or something like that. And they looked at the cameras from the night beforehand, and the octopus had jumped out of its tank, crawled down the hallway, opened the door, accessed the box of treats, ate the treats, and then crawled back, opened the door, and then got back into his tank.
Okay, that's is not the documentary that I was talking about, but can you please find out the name of that one?
Yeah, I will.
That one's way cooler than the one I saw.
The guy that was talking to me, by the way, when I was training out at Team Alpha Male. He was the one that was telling me about the octopus.
Bro, I'm gonna Google that shit. That's amazing.
Let's go back to aliens though. Like we talk about octopus. Like, let's go back to fucking aliens because.
Yeah, sure. Let's fucking talk. No problem.
Like
wait. Just to end on this, there's a scene where a shark is chasing the octopus, and Gary, this fucking octopus, the stuff that he does to outsmart the shark is fucking amazing.
Well, sharks aren't smart, so.
Dude. They smell and they're faster than the octopus.
Yeah, no, they're savage. They're reactive creatures.
So, yeah. And the octopus doesn't have he can easily get bit and fucked up. Yeah. So but he has to like outmaneuver.
He's juking and jiving like running back stuff.
Yeah. Dude, and you know what's really cool? He there's this he even gets up on the reef and he gets to another side. Like so he jumps out of the water and starts crawling on the reef to like the other side of the ocean.
Well, similar to what Gary was saying about it, like leaving the tank and like going to find food. Like they can obviously go outside the water for a little bit, hold their breath, and they understand that aspect of it.
And he grabs a bunch of shells. Like he grabs probably like 50 shells, and he makes an armor. Like the Spartans, how they used to cover themselves. So he makes an armor. And he turns himself into a little ball of like shells.
That's crazy, dude.
Dude, it's amazing. It's amazing.
That's wild.
It's fucking shit.
So.
All right, so aliens.
So I agree with Gary where it was like, why do we assume that they're going to be humanoid? Like they're going to look like us or like they got the big head or whatever.
That's a big problem.
Yeah, like what if they look like octopus? You know, like
Yeah,
what if they're not even carbon based? What if they're fucking air and like thoughts and like something that we have no idea? Like, I don't not think that there's intelligent life other than here, and I definitely am very open to the idea that they've been here and come here or have been here. I don't know if they've had any impact on us specifically, but like I feel like they've definitely been here or come here or whatever. But at the same time, like, I don't know anything else beyond that. Like, I have no idea, like, what they could possibly look like, what their technology is like, because it's just such a foreign concept. I love the idea of it. Like, I'm like super psyched. Like, I really hope it is. It sounds really cool. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
But like, we know so little.
Up until Martians attacks type of deal comes
that movie
fucking wreaks havoc on us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those things are nasty. The fucking brain.
They were fucking little shits.
Yeah, little shits fucking zapping you with their laser guns and taser guns.
Did you see that movie, Garrett?
Which one?
Mars Attack.
I think so. Is that the one where they're like inside the things? Like
yeah, they have like a globe over their head. They're like, but they're like
open it up. There's like a little alien inside the bigger alien.
No, that's
Men in Black.
Independence Day. Men in Black. Yeah, Men in Black.
Is it Men in Black? No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something different though.
No, this is kind of like a dark comedy.
Everyone's in it.
I don't think I saw Mars Attacks. No, if it's a comedy, no, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's old.
The thing I'm thinking of is a serious movie, I think.
You're making me nervous with that knife, Gary.
He hasn't had that much wine. It's fine. He's grown.
Gary like cut his finger off by mistake.
I bet our ratings go up.
This isn't a great knife. This is Jeff's knife. That's how you know it's not a good knife.
Fucking Jeff.
I have good knives.
Do you guys subscribe to the notion that they are like their bodies are pretty much all brain and they're like soft mushy? What do you guys think?
I can't say anything on it. I have no idea.
I genuinely believe
if you had to bet.
Is there like something that we haven't even been able to conceive before? Because I just feel like in all the random chance examples of life that there could possibly be, like all the iterations of life that could potentially exist, I think the likelihood that I feel like us guessing what they look like would be like obtaining a winning lottery ticket. You understand what I'm saying? I think there's the same chance that we guess what they look and act like that you would have to win the lottery. So I highly doubt that we've ever thought or conceived anything like what other intelligent life would actually look like.
I think that they are giant cockroaches because my dealings with cockroaches 2 weeks ago when they came up out of my drain and also Gary explaining to me that they've been around for like 30 million years. I'm like, there's something to those fucking things. They're just creatures of mass destruction. I feel like that's what aliens are. Just like the movie, what was that? A really good action movie with the fucking giant bugs that came to Earth and fucked everybody up. Movie's good.
Dude, that one was good.
Really
it's
good.
old.
Really old, yeah, but it's super good. Fuck, what is the name of that movie? Frank, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Let me ask you guys this question, and might be getting a little too deep in thought. Maybe this is 3 wine glasses deep, and this is too far. Do you think?
Should I get a beer?
Maybe so. Do you think that a being that is more intelligent than us by a decent margin would tend to be more or less compassionate to other beings or their own beings? Like, I guess what I'm saying is are we at a certain level of intelligence that puts us in a bracket that makes us somewhere that leans towards logic and compassion, and we're somewhere in the middle? But once you get a being that's so intelligent, like more intelligent than us, does it just lean so far towards logic that compassion just goes out the window? Like, for example, if they visited our planet, they'd only be interested in colonizing it, using it for its resources, destroying the planet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it
would be more like a robot, like AI type of deal.
I guess so. Like, so for example, like we're at a level of intelligence where like we like try to protect other species and things. Like some human beings, like, you know, they have like a level of compassion while they also have logic. Like if you just had logic, you would just worry about, for the most part, yourself, I think. You know, you would just worry about like your own race and your own being and all these things. And I think that the human beings are at a level of logic where like they can still see the compassionate side of things. But I wonder if we were so intelligent that we could only see like science and only see like what's best, that we just wouldn't give a shit about all that.
Dude, maybe they see us as like a fungus on Earth, and they just want to exterminate us.
Like almost
like,
like,
look
have you guys watched
like, look at these fucks destroying the Earth.
Have you guys watched Watchmen?
Yes.
The movie?
I watched the movie, yeah.
Great
So
movie.
you know the character in Watchmen, I forget what his name is.
Dr. Manhattan.
Big
Dr.
blue
Manhattan,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dr. Manhattan.
I know
Like
why you like Dr. Manhattan, because he had a huge dong.
Exactly.
He
But
was
Dr.
jacked,
Manhattan, I think there's a point in the movie, or maybe it's the comics or something, where he says something to the effect of like, yeah, like all the little problems that you guys have, like I can't really get involved because I'm on just such a much higher level mentally that all that is just like chitter chatter. Like it's white
bullshit.
noise. It's white noise to me. It doesn't mean anything. I'm concerned with like the greater problem that is like the fucking universe. I can't be concerned with your little wars and your little arguments and your little fucking save whatever. I can't even be concerned with that. It's like laughable to me. I'm concerned with these bigger conceptual problems that are, within the universe.
So here's the argument to that. So the thing about Mr. Manhattan Dr. Manhattan was that he was basically immortal. So each one of our lives was a grain of sand in the annals of time. But aliens, depending on what their lifespans are like, I don't think they fall into that same realm, because I would agree with Gary on this, like 100%. Like when you're saying, well, not agree with Gary, but like saying that one side of what Gary's argument was that like they're not gonna fucking care. Until I read, I think I told you guys about the book about On Killing and how many species have a complete disdain about killing their own. Like they have a problem. We have an innate problem killing humans. Like some people are fine with it. Some people do in needs of necessity. Some people are just like, and a very, very small percentage of sociopaths are like, that's their thing. But like, it's such a small portion of our population. Right. Like, like very, but like, otherwise, like we have a generalized odd feeling about that. And that's ingrained in us. And apparently other species have that as well. Like the great apes, they don't kill each other much at all. Otherwise they could. They fight all the time. But they succumb. They, all right, this guy's stronger than me. I'm not going to fight him to death. I'm not going to try and, get injured, whatever. Like different than us. Like we'll fight to get injured, whatever. But we very rarely do they ever kill each other. Like even in captivity or even in the wild. So that's giving me a different idea about maybe what these things would be like. But depending on their lifespan, like you said, like Mr. Manhattan or Dr. Manhattan, who is eternal, he's going to look at us like none of this matters. Because at the end of the day, guys, listen, this podcast doesn't matter. None of our lives matter. At the end of the fucking day, we are we're space dust.
It's absolutely.
So this is where I have a problem. So Dr. Manhattan was such an intellect, right? He was just like such a superior being. Why would they give him such a big hog? What's going on? Why would he have such a big dick? I'm serious. Like
I don't know what your religion is, but Frank, does your God not have a big hog? Because
dude, it was just really hard to like
grasp. Jesus has an 8.5-inch girthy
full-grown bearded.
Frank's like mine has a 4.5-inch hog because makes mine look bigger.
Full-grown bearded Jesus.
Yeah, like that conversation they're having in Talladega Nights where it's like, well, I like to picture Jesus as a baby or whatever. I like to picture Jesus having a giant fucking shaft. Just a huge dick.
Hanging down. Jesus hanging down. No,
so does that not mean that, like, if they gave him such a big dick, does that not mean that he has to lay pipe? Like, he has to get it? He has to smash.
Wait, he was banging somebody in that movie, right?
He was banging, the one girl was his wife or girlfriend or something.
Yeah, 100%. She loved it. He would bang her while saving all the planets at the same time.
Yeah. He would create multiple parts of him so that he could bang her while he's like working on math problems, like down in the basement or something.
I totally forgot that part.
Yeah, he would gangbang her with multiple of his giant tongues while doing mathematics in the basement.
Holy fuck. Okay, so I'm on board.
He was Tony
Got it.
Stark plus like 3 guys.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so I'm cool with Dr. Manhattan. I fucks with Dr. Manhattan.
Best character ever, honestly.
Dude, savage.
Hey, so did you guys see Kobe Covington? So Megan O'Leary was interviewing him, and he gets a phone call from Donald Trump during his interview, and he puts the fucker on speakerphone.
Wow.
And Megan's like, you might want to tell him he's on speakerphone. Bro, and Kobe didn't give a fuck, dude. He was so excited. He started talking to Donald Trump. And I was like, dude, this is on live TV. What if, like, Donald Trump talks about grabbing bitches by the pussy?
Wouldn't be the first time.
And he's going to win by a landslide if he did that. Like, it's gonna.
Do you imagine? Like, he jumps up 10 points?
Yeah. No, man. Covington, I think it's all an act, but it's...
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, dude.
It's all fake.
He goes so hard in the paint for that. Like, it's...
Not as hard as Gordon.
It's brilliant.
Dude, Gordon and him would get along.
Yeah.
So Gordon wants to grapple his coach. I saw that.
Oh, well, yeah, because he made some statement about his coach being so good that, like, he'd put $100K on anybody fight. I don't know why he made that statement. He should have just said, yeah, my fucking grappling coach is the best in the world, like, and then it would have been fine. But why are you trying to fucking put out bet matches on your coach, bro? Like, I hope his coach said that was okay before he said that, because that's kind of fucked, you know? Because now his coach is
pissed because he has like a bunch of dudes sliding into the DM.
What's the
like
name
guys like Gordon
to fucking kick his ass.
Do you know what his name is, his coach?
No,
I don't either.
See, that's fucked up. Like, we don't even know who the guy is, and now he's out there getting challenge matches.
Well, I mean, that's what Kobe does. He's like brash. He makes bold comments. That's his persona, man.
Let me see.
How did the fight go? I expected Kobe to win that fight.
It was a wash, man. He beat the brakes. He beat the brakes off Tyron Woodley and ground and pounded him, and so Woodley, one of his rib popped or broke, and he started screaming in pain, and the match was stopped.
Yeah, I want to see that Usman Kobe rematch.
I want to see the rematch.
Yeah. I think Kobe wins a fight with Usman 7 times out of 10, and I think it just so happened that the fight that they had previously was one of those 3 times out of 10 that he.
Think so?
Absolutely.
I would have thought the other way around.
They have a very similar style, Usman and Colby, which is why I would have absolutely picked, and I did pick in my my book.
Identical. They match up identically.
They're grinding.
The only thing,
they're both pressure fighters. They're going to push you to the fence. They're going to take you down. They're going to punch you. But I think Colby has better put together stand up.
Definitely a more dynamic.
But you know what? Usman has a little bit more power, which adds up.
He's physically stronger.
You're not wrong.
He's physically stronger. I think that Kobe is a more dynamic striker, but Usman is just a physically stronger guy, and they're both grinders. So it just depends on who can keep the fight at the distance that they want.
And Dana Boy has a new golden child.
Who's that?
Kazmat Chimaev or Chimaev has. Yeah, I can't say his name, but it's Chimaev. So they're calling him like the next Khabib.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a very difficult name to pronounce, just like Khabib. So that would make sense.
So this guy, have you heard of him, Gary?
I've watched many of his fights because I was on Fight Island and stuff. I was there like when he was fighting, and he fought like other times that I watched. So I've seen him fight at least 4 times.
Chris, so this dude went to Fight Island. He fought in 185, and they gave him a fight at 170 a week later. And in the 2 matches, the guys landed like 2 punches, and he landed like 250 punches on them.
He's just a savage.
He just mauled them, ground and pound the fuck out of them.
Strong wrestler, more like ground stuff.
Dude, just like Khabib. Khabib. Chain wrestler, gets on you like a blanket, and then everybody's like comparing him to Khabib, and he grabs Dana White before the fight, and he's like, you think I'm a wrestler? I'm not a wrestler. I will knock him out. Dude, and he did. Fucking 17 seconds.
Attaboy, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, he stepped on his foot and did it like from an open stance, southpaw versus southpaw or orthodox versus orthodox.
I didn't see the foot stomp.
Or sorry, it would be southpaw versus orthodox or orthodox versus southpaw. He stepped on his foot and hit him with a rear hand.
On purpose, you think?
No, like I'm not like discrediting it. That's a good technique. He literally.
No. But that's why I'm asking. Do you think he did that technique on purpose?
I absolutely think he did it on purpose.
I have never fought a
guy
southpaw where I did not purposely step on their foot. I've never fought a southpaw where I did not purposely step on their foot.
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
It keeps you stuck in the same position and it's hard to like get away. I mean, you can pivot, but you can't.
You can't pivot. Oh,
you can pivot, but you can't step. Like you can't move in another direction. You know?
It makes you think about something. Like, oh,
gotcha.
that motherfucker stepped my foot. Bong. You know, then you get cracked in your fucking chin.
Yep.
It's just.
Because what you're gonna do too is you're gonna go to move that lead foot, regardless of whether or not I'm stepping on it. When you go to react to the idea that I'm about to punch you in the face, you're gonna try to remove that lead foot, and then you can't. And that's all that little half second. That's it. That's all it takes.
Like you said, that little half. Generally, it's not gonna make a difference in terms of your ability to move because it's not gonna last that long. But the idea is that like, ooh, that guy motherfucker stepped on a foot. I'm gonna move my foot, and now I'm getting hit in my face. Yep. So it's almost like. Here's my jab right hand, but it's like my jab is me stepping on your foot. There's my right hand. Boom. You know, so it's like it's just one gap in the combinations.
Yeah. Well, he's the next superstar, and Dana White's like all up in his nuts.
Where's he from? Is he Kazakh? Is he a Kazakhstan?
Yeah. He's like he's Russian. Dude, he talks he even says smash. I would smash him.
I smash him. I smash him.
Okay, check this out. An Oklahoma woman, 28-year-old Emily Owings, got stopped by a PD officer. Her license was expired, and she started crying. She started crying, saying it was her birthday to let her go, because he was going to take her to jail because her license was expired. And
but
he looks at her date.
Her birthday is on her license.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
He looked at it, and he's like, "It's not your birthday." And then she's crying, right? And she says that she has to go poop. She's like, "Please, I have to poop. I have to poop. It's so bad." Right? And
Is she Dominican?
No, dude, it was like this Karen chick. So the cop was being very empathetic towards her, and he was trying to be nice, and this chick just sped off. So it became a wild like chase. And when they pulled her over again, she's like, "I'm going to take a crap in your cop car. I'm going to take a dump in the cop car." And the cop's like, "Yeah, you go ahead and do that. I don't care." So, have you guys ever used any excuses like that to try to get out of the ticket?
Car? Whoa. Before you start asking us questions, did she shit in the fucking cop car?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? That's the most important part of the story. That wasn't in the video.
Yeah, she did. She took a huge fucking dump in the back of the cop car.
Leading us on.
Dude, I can't believe you fucking teased our cocks with that fucking story, and we didn't get to find out whether or not.
Yeah, I guess the video is just funnier.
I was waiting with bated breath to find out whether or not she fucking shit in the cop car, and then you pull that on us?
Okay.
Next time, lie, Frankie.
Okay,
fucking Frankie.
Hold on.
So,
okay,
Frank,
I have it right here. She took a massive dump in the cop car. Fucking huge.
This just in.
Flash. Newsflash.
Newsflash.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to what we were talking about earlier in the podcast. Frank, you know you're dealing with two celebrities, right? If we get pulled over where we live, those cops are letting us off. They're gonna be like, first of all, if they walk up and they're like, "Man, you look like Chris Algieri, license registration," and then you give them the license, like, "Oh shit, all right, champ, you all right?"
He's like,
cool. Go home.
He's like talking to his partner, Bobby, come and see who's here. It's fucking the champ, Chris Algieri.
Yo, take a picture of me and the champ. Come on.
Can we FaceTime my old lady?
Yeah. Bro, my girl wears your shirt to bed. Can I get a photo with you?
I did all my shit though before I was famous. So like, dude, I was putting in work getting traffic tickets from like age fucking like 20 to 25. Like I was going hard. So I had my license suspended like 3 times. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
You're a fucking delinquent.
That's pretty awesome.
So I would just fucking speed I blame Gordon, to be honest. I'll blame Gordon for that. So what I would do is I would probably drive around 80 to 85 max anywhere I would go prior to meeting Gordon. Once I
residentials.
Sorry.
In residential?
Oh, well, no. Like, I mean, anywhere, like at any highway.
The highway. Oh, that's fine.
So when I met Gordon.
Well, that's 85.
When I met Gordon, we were going to the city, and I was always driving because when I first met Gordon, like he was like 16, 17, right? So after a while, there was one day we were going to the city where I was just crazy tired. I just didn't sleep at all the night beforehand. And I'm like, you know what? Let me get a couple hours of sleep before training. I'll let Gordon drive in. He's 17, 18 years old or something. Like, you know, whatever. Like, I mean, he seems like a decent kid. Like, I'm sure he's going to be able to get us to the fucking destination. So I'm like, hey, can you drive today? He's like, yeah, no problem. So I'm like trying to fucking put something over my eyes. I recline the seat back. I'm ready to fall asleep. About 10 minutes into the ride, I'm like kind of about to fall asleep, and I just start to feel the car like fucking shake. And like back then, I had a fucking shitty car. Like I don't know what the fuck I was driving, like a Honda Accent or some shit, you know? So like you take those fuckers past the 80, and like, I mean, you're in a rocket ship at that point. The whole fucking, everything's fucking shaking and fucking vibrating. You know? The whole fucking car is reverberating, you know? So I start like kind of getting jostled awake. I'm like, what's going on? So I look over at the speedometer, and it says like 95, and I'm looking at, and it's climbing, like it's 95 and we're going faster. And I see Gordon just fucking weaving in and out of traffic, just whoo, 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 passing every car, but like within an inch or 2 inches of the fucking next car's bumper. I'm like, holy shit, I've never seen anything like this before. But I was like saying to myself, I'm like, well, I'm not going to fucking say anything. Like whatever, he's his own man. Like, I mean, he's clearly fucking, I mean, this must be how he drives, you know? So I'm like, I'm watching him fucking weave in between traffic and the car's shaking and shit. I could not fall asleep. I didn't criticize him, but I had to stay awake.
You were nervous as shit.
I was nervous as fuck, bro. But after driving with Gordon for a little bit, man, I just got used to it. I was just like, oh man, I guess like you can get away with fucking driving 100 miles an hour.
Right.
I can't be in cars with people like that.
Nah, dude.
I don't need that. I don't need that effect on my heart, and my psyche, and my nutsack. I can't do that.
Chris, you should have seen me in college. Going 160 on I-95, drunk as fuck, boy.
That's why
this guy right here.
That's why you're in Dominican prisons. For fucking.
But he didn't get arrested because he doesn't look Dominican enough. They thought
they were like,
so they let him out.
All right, fucking Americano, go back, gringo.
Bro, I would. The fucking troopers would probably see my car fucking zoom by, and they're like, I don't need this problem. I don't need this problem in my life.
You know, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. So cops are like at a certain speed. If they're facing the wrong direction, or they're not in a place where it's accessible, and you're going like 120 or 110 or something, they won't pull out because they know that they're not going to catch you. Because when you're going like 120, like
or 160,
dude. You were going what car were you in? We were going 160.
160 playa.
Yeah, well, seconds you're like fucking 20 miles away. It doesn't, you know. Like,
what kind of car were you in though? Because 160.
An M3.
Okay, all right. Okay, we got some fucking muscle on that. So yeah, dude, fucking when you're going that fast, like the chances that they're gonna catch up to you are so small. If they're at a standstill and they don't see you doing 160 until you pass them, there's no fucking way they're catching you. I remember one time I was going like 90, 95, and a cop like pulled out, and I saw him pull out, so I pulled over, and the cop was like, hey man, he's like, listen, like, you know, I want to give you like a worse ticket, but like, to be honest, I like appreciate that you pulled over as soon as I pulled out, because to be honest, I don't think I would have caught you if you would have just kept going. Whatever speed you were going. Like, I think you would have just
like,
wherever you're going.
For next time.
I'm like, well, thank you for teaching me. And
dude, so listen to this. This weekend, this guy, after the UFC, he was at the Vegas strip, and he saw a bunch of Latino dudes, and he was obviously fucked up, and he stands in front of them and lifts his t-shirt and shows them a tattoo of a swastika.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
So it was him and a buddy, and 3 Latino dudes beat the fuck out of this dude. Like, just fucking beat the shit out of this guy. And they just left him KO'd on the street.
So let me ask you
and
this.
The person that was recording this was like, was like an African American narrating this, like, damn, look at this guy getting dropped.
Yes,
Get him.
So what's the context of the guy showing the swastika tattoo though? Like, was it an attempt to like be like, yo, fuck you guys, and show them the swastika tattoo, or was it like a dude like, hey, yeah, like it's kind of funny. I was an idiot when I was fucking 20 years old.
No,
and I got
dude.
this.
No, he looked condescending.
Oh, so he was trying to show it like, yo, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Loud and proud. Loud and proud.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of the country
fuck that
type
guy.
of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't. I mean, anybody who has a swastika tattoo has it coming.
At this, yeah.
Has it coming.
No.
He needs to get his ass beat.
Well, like,
If
well,
not,
like,
you better fucking get a tattoo over that.
Because all right, listen, I could see a situation where some dude was fucking 18 years old, like a fucking retard, and had a bunch of friends who are a bunch of racist fucks and got a swastika tattoo and then just never fucking got it removed or whatever the case may be. And then you just beat that kid up because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying, like, in this instance, I think it was right that they beat the fuck out of him. But I could see an instance where somebody had a swastika tattoo where.
Gary,
hey
it's
guys,
the same.
I'm sorry I got it on my forehead when I was a little kid, but
but
you know,
it's the same. It's like the same thing as like the birth defect that you have on your penis. You always have to turn off the lights in order to have sex. You know, you just don't.
I'm just saying.
You just don't.
You don't show it.
You don't show it.
I don't think you just beat the shit out of somebody just because they have the tattoo.
Yeah, but
I think you got to do something in addition.
It was a badge of honor, bro. He was flashing it like a badge of honor.
Dude, in this situation, 1,000% beat the fuck out of the dude. I'm just saying, like, you saying that they have it coming just by having the tattoo. It's like yes and no. Like, yes, if they're still like very much that person, but no, if like they've moved on from that. Because a tattoo is a very permanent thing, you know?
It sounds like American History X when they're playing basketball and he takes his shirt off to let them know
exactly
that he has it, and that's where I'm drawing the line in the sand. This is what I'm about.
Yeah. Then fuck that guy.
That is one of my favorite all-time movies.
Oh, it's
Dude,
one
American History X, great movie.
Amazing.
Crazy good movie.
Did you guys see Rounders?
Yes, of course.
That was a good one too.
Really good. Oh, dude, come on, that's a great movie.
Oh, guys, you gotta add that to the list of movies I gotta watch.
I feel like those type of movies aren't made anymore.
Matt Damon and Ed Norton are absolutely tremendous. And also, who's the
Brad Pitt was in
Spanish
that movie
guy.
too. Wasn't Brad Pitt in that movie? No, not Rounders.
No,
I'm talking about. Okay, no, that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one where they get molested by like a priest.
Oh, that's
it's with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's another one of my favorite movies. Fuck.
That's a good one.
Oh,
that's a fucking amazing movie. Gary, you got to get on that one.
I gotta say, I'm just gonna send you guys literally my all-time favorite movies because they keep coming up and they're all on the list. That's fuck. People listen to this like you're such an idiot.
Gary, have you seen 12 Monkeys?
No.
Another good one.
Jesus, dog. Sleepers.
Yes.
Gary, write it down.
Good job, Frankie.
Okay.
Sleepers. Tremendous movie.
All right. So we'll end it on that, dickheads.
All right, guys.
All right. Peace, bitches.
Gary, happy birthday again.
I move for no man, no man, no man, no man, no
We'll call it a draw.
no man.
Just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound.